to the page of the PMP on Facebook and let's examine the video, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on all platforms. I have a new platform called Bolo VNR TBV. That's Bolo VNR TBV. The TBV stands for Throwback Videos. Alright, that's going to be one of the main content that will be coming on the PBV platform. Videos that you can no longer watch, that you probably never saw before. All of my new subs that will be on the Bolo VNR 2.0 page and the other pages. You will be able to see them, the classics, the important ones, you know, that highlight very good talking points or lessons that we need to never forget. Bolo TBV will be the platform that will be premiering those videos. So I would suggest that you guys go ahead and subscribe to Bolo TBV. Let me show you the platform. So let me show you the platform real quick before we begin. This is the platform, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Bolo TBV. Go ahead and subscribe. Alright, enough of that. Let's go to the conference here at the People's National Party.
Good morning to our viewers on Facebook and those viewing us live on TikTok. I'm Nikisha Burchell, the Deputy General Secretary of the People's National Party and Information and Public Communications spokesperson for the opposition. Thank you so much to the members of the media who are here with us this morning for not just another press conference, but for an SOS alert for a national attention to be pointed at our health sector. Our public health system is in crisis, and the lives of ordinary Jamaicans are being placed at risk because of neglect, delay, and misplaced priorities. Our spokesperson for health and public wellness, Dr. Dawes, will speak to you about what's happening at the Kingston Public Hospital, a hospital that is itself sick. Jesse James Clark, our junior spokesperson on health, will speak to you about troubling issues related to water quality affecting communities across Kingston and St. Andrew. Remember, when Jesse sounded the alarm and the government said it was not true? We have the evidence today. In the face of public health crisis and collapse, is the ministry's real priority to safeguard the lives of the Jamaican citizens? Where is the Minister of Health in all of this? Is he at sea searching for replacements for the Cuban doctors whose terms have expired? The People's National Party is raising these questions not to score points, but to demand answers for the sake of every Jamaican who deserves proper health care and clean, safe water. After all, we are the land of wood and water. Over to you, Jesse James Clark, to speak to them about the water quality.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jesse James Clark, and I'm the Junior Shadow Spokesperson for Health and Wellness. I'm also the Chair for the Public Health and Sanitation Committee for Kingston and St. Andrew. Now, concerns were raised to us in our committee meetings about the quality of water in sections of Kingston and St. Andrew. And that is what prompted us to do a tour of several water treatment facilities in both in the corporate area and in the rural and some of the rural water treatment sites. We have seen results that are quite alarming, and we brought it to the public because we felt that not much was being done to make the public aware of the risk that they were being exposed to. After I brought these results to the public, I was accused of bringing false information and telling lies. However, I just want to highlight the results that we have here today that are projected on your screen. And I want to point to you first. Look at this graph. What the bar chart? What is it showing? It's showing what the levels of coliforms should be. And just for everyone, coliforms, these are organisms, bacteria, aka germs, that are found in feces and also found in soil. And they are indication of the quality of our water supply. Now the red line going across the bar charts running from your left to right, this is what the standard should be. So you should not have any of your coliform limits going above this 5% that you see that red line is connected to. However, if you realize for Kingston and St. Andrew, they are right at 5, and the yellow bars indicate distribution. So that means after the water have left the plant in your pipes, that's what it is. And this is suggesting in this case that there's something happening along the line after the water has been treated, because before it's okay. However, when you look at what is happening in our rural water treatment sites, it's very clear, as you can see from the graph, and this is NWC's results, by the way, that you have at source, which is that blue bar, it's almost 5 times the allowable limit. So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water presently, and these are coliforms, which means that you have very bad water quality after the water was treated, because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Emotional damage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys can see this thing very clearly, right? But let me try and figure out a way to make sure so you guys can see it clearly and still hear it, because I want you guys to see the graph, you know. I want you guys to see the graph. All right, so this is a way. All right, let me get the audio on.
For the rural areas especially, this has been consistent, and we understand why you'll have this consistent bad.
So hold on, the people, uno work with me here. I could do the maths. What the man is saying is that, let me take off this writing off of the screen. Off. What the man is saying is that, Lord have mercy. What he's saying is that the line right here is the safety line for the water in terms of the amount of, you know, coliform or any type of germ or anything should be in the water, right? That's the safe level. Look at the blue chart. It's almost 5 times above the safe level. Shouldn't this be very concerning? Why would this man lie, which is now showing the evidence? Because when he initially came out, they said he was lying, yes? So what are they going to say now? What is going to be the explanation from NWC and also the Jamaica Labour Party people that ran out and accused Jesse James of lying? Colin, how you doing? What are they going to say now? This is very, very concerning. You know? This is a crisis. This is not something you can brush over and attempt to play it down. You're talking about the consumption of water. Our body is what? 60 to 70% water based. Our body needs a lot of water. And the fastest way for disease or anything to enter into our body is water. Whether you are submerged in it or you are drinking it and are ingesting it. So you're bathing with this water. You're washing your food with this water. Just imagine. Just imagine. Wow. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let me play that back from there. Wow.
In along the line after the water has been treated, because before it's okay. However, when you look at what is happening in at our rural water treatment sites, it's very clear, as you can see from the graph, and this is NWC's results, by the way, that you have at source, which is that blue bar, it's almost 5 times the allowable limit. So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water presently, and these are coliforms, which means that you have very bad water quality after the water was treated. Because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar for the rural communities. Now, this is not just a one-off situation for the month of February. For the rural areas, especially, bad result or poor water quality coming out in the rural areas after our visit. The 5 times the allowable limit. So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water presently, and these are coliforms, which means that you have very bad water quality after the water was treated. Because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar for the rural communities. Now, this is not just a one-off situation for the month of February. For the rural areas especially, this has been consistent. And we understand why you'll have this consistent bad result or poor water quality coming out in the rural areas after our visit. The water treatment, we're not saying that you'll be able to do all the steps that you do at your major water treatment facilities, like a Constant Spring. But even in rural areas, you still have to take some measures to ensure that the water is safe for consumption. So, for example, at your regular water treatment site, the water goes through several processes. For example, it goes through flocculation, which is where they add chemicals to bind with those fine particles that might be in the water, so that they can become heavier and settle out. You have sedimentation, which is where the heavier dirt particles settle and the water is basically clarifying the water to make it clear. And then that sedimentation the clear water is removed. It is filtered, and it passes through several different filters, whether it's sand of different size filters, to ensure that they remove any residual viruses, organisms that might be left back in the water. And then it moves from there to disinfection, where you have your chlorination taking place. However, in the rural areas, we're not saying that you have to do all these steps. However, filtration is a must. And this is one of the infrastructure upgrades that has to take place at our rural water treatment sites to ensure that the water is safe. Also, we're recommending that they install temporarily, they can use black tanks, or what we Jamaicans call black tanks, or water tanks, and temporarily to have holding areas for the water in the rural areas so that it has enough contact time with the chlorine before it's distributed. You cannot be getting results that shows that you are having poor water quality at source and you're still distributing it to the public. Another major concern for us is how the Ministry of Health came out and said that the environmental division in the Ministry of Health, they came out and said that the water was safe for consumption in Kingston and St. Andrew, but at the same time, the NWC is producing results to show that it is not safe. So I'm now saying to the Ministry of Health that you need to get your house in order, and we need some accountability as to why you were saying that the water is safe when NWC is saying that the water isn't. NWC has also since then admitted that they're having challenges in the rural areas, and they have also admitted 6 days ago on their Instagram page that they have found samples positive for fecal coliforms. And they said that when they have instances of that happening, they will flush the line and they'll cut off water supply. And I'm asking the persons in the rural Jamaica if that happened. And we want them to now come and apologize for their misleading information that they have been given to the public, and for trickling out the truth bit by bit.
Man, wait a minute. Sassy81, how you doing? This is a lot. What did he say about the page? I'm going to go on the Instagram page. Wait a minute. What did he say? Hold up. Wait a minute.
In Kingston and St. Andrew. But at the same time, the NWC is producing results to show that it is not safe. So I'm now saying to the Ministry of Health that you need to get your house in order, and we need some accountability as to why you were saying that the water is safe when NWC is saying that the water isn't. NWC has also since then admitted that they're having challenges in the rural areas, and they have also admitted 6 days ago on their Instagram page that they
My brother, say less. Say less, my brother. Instagram. Say less. Let me go to Instagram. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is incredible. NWC Instagram. NWC National Water Commission. Jamaica. Okay, 6 days ago. Wait a minute. That can't be. That's the wrong one. That's a fake page. Let me find the official page. Lord of mercy. NWC Jamaica. This look official. Should have a lot of following. 38,000. Right. 6 days ago. Let's go. 6 days ago. Tested safe. Temporary regulation. Scheduled implementation. Let's see how long ago was this. This was March 31st. That cannot be it. That's not the right date. Alright, so 21st of March. Hi, Roslyn. Hi, how you doing? It says when was this? March 21st. No, that's not 6 days ago. 6 days ago would be 27th or 26th. Let's find that, shall we? Oh, the 24th. Wait a minute. 24th. Wait a minute. 24th. Mourners every drop. Blah, blah, blah. 22nd. NWC investigates increased pH levels at the Rio Cobre. Low water pressure to impact Spanish Town environs. As a precaution measure, the NWC Quality Assurance Department, in collaboration with the Utilities Quality Regulatory agencies, is investigating increase in pH levels. The Spanish Town water treatment facility is still operational, supplying areas with stored reserves and Eastern hardware wells. Jermaine Johnson, National Water Commission Regional Manager, emphasized the importance of addressing water quality discrepancies, taking proactive measures to maintain the quality of the water supply. Surrounding areas, St. Catherine advised to expect low water pressure. Blah blah blah. Suspends inflow to Spanish Town as a precaution. Quality assurance. Spanish Town. St. Andrew Clarendon. Interesting. 6 days. I wonder if it was like a tag. You know, then put it on their story. Interesting. I wonder. St. Thomas. As a primary provider of water, National Water Commission stands firm behind the integrity, safety, and quality of the water supply to households across the nation. We want to assure the public that the water provided is continuously monitored, through tested, full compliance of the guidance. This was March 21st. This was way more than 6 days ago. Okay. NWC refutes false claims regarding water safety. This was 7 days ago. All right. Daily Ripple. NWC assures the public that our water is monitored, tested. So that's 7 days ago. 7 days ago. 6 days ago. Still refuting claims. Rejects this, blah blah blah. I like the facts and evidence. 6 days ago here. 6 days ago here. 5 days ago. Stop the clock. Protect our sewers. Yeah, I swear the little cars have the biggest sound systems in them. It's a little man complex, you know. Anyway, how did I get here? So all I'm seeing from them is the National Water Commission categorically. That's 7 days ago. Did they say that there's any coliform in the water at higher levels? No. I'm sure you screenshot it, and I would love to see it. I am sure. National Water Commission rejects opposition spokesperson. All they're doing is rejecting it. That's all I'm seeing. That's all I'm seeing. All of it is rejecting it. That's all I'm seeing. Let me look a little further. Vice President. I'm seeing a lot of promotion here. A lot of promotion. Alright, Mr. Justice James, I hope you have that piece of documentation here, sir. Because I couldn't find it. Let's play that back.
At the same time, the NWC is producing results to show that it is not safe. So I'm now saying to the Minister of Health that you need to get your house in order, and we need some accountability as to why you were
Please get the likes up.
NWC saying that the water is.
Please get the likes up, guys. Please get the likes up. Splash Digi, big up yourself. Sassy 81, all the wonderful people. All of my day ones, Roslyn, Colin, Ryan, Campbell. Big up on yourself.
NWC has also since then admitted that they're having challenges in the rural areas, and they have also admitted 6 days ago on their Instagram page that they have found samples positive for fecal coliforms. And they said that when they have instances of that happening, they will flush the line and they'll cut off water supply. And I'm asking the persons in the rural Jamaica if that happened. And we want them to know.
Oh, so them admits if something like that should happen, they would flush the line. So he's asking the people in the areas to verify whether or not that is true. Interesting. And it should be important to note that this man is a certified scientist, ladies and gentlemen. He's an expert in his field. He's very bright. He's not just talking. Alright? Very good. Let's continue.
Come and apologize for their misleading information that they have been giving to the public and for trickling out the truth bit by bit. I'm also asking the journalists present here with us today for you to do your own fact-finding mission and get the results from the NWC. But not only get the results, I want you to visit these rural water treatment sites and let them show you the process of treatment that the water goes through. And you tell me if it's up to standard. Or the minister with the responsibility for water, and also the Minister of Health needs to come out and ensure that we are getting, the steps are in place to ensure that we get good quality water in Kingston and St. Andrew.
Our response to water, Matthew Samuda. Our response for health. Christopher Tufton. Make we hear what go on now.
Also, we'd also want to make the recommendation to the National Water Commission, similar to how we get the results from Petrojam about the pricing of fuel each week. We'd want them to publish their results, and if they're having issues in any particular area, they need to let the residents know the areas that will be affected by the poor quality water and what has been done to correct those measures, and when it is safe again for the residents in these areas to consume the water that is being released. We have no issues with the staff at the National Water Commission, because after my visit and tour too as well, I understand you have a very difficult job and that you're given basket to carry water most times. So I'm also advocating for the staff at the NWC to receive the necessary gears, compensation, and resources to ensure that they can get to these remote sites and collect the samples, and to also upgrade these sites so that they can do their job properly. They cannot do what they don't have the resources to do. So the minister and the Ministry of Health needs to be the one that is overseeing the NWC and protecting us, the consumers, and to ensure that they stick to the standards that are there for them to be, for the water that is being produced by NWC. So once again, I just want to point out the inconsistencies between the results coming from NWC and the results coming from the Ministry of Health, the environmental unit, and they need to answer to the public and to Jamaica at large for that. And we need the NWC to come out, and anywhere else on the island, don't wait on us, or don't wait on us to come out and to say it. You come out and tell us all the other areas on the island that you're having water quality issues and what is being done to address it. In this case, we understand you have to do some infrastructure upgrade, or the results from your rural water treatment sites, they will not improve, and filtration is a big step. Thank you very much.
Hey, y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support, support, support. The like button is free, heard? Jamaica, I don't think Mr. Jesse James is presenting something that shouldn't be already been done. Yeah, we need to know what's going on with the water testing. It needs to be published. We need transparency. And also, what he spoke about, the difficulties that the workers have. So, you know, I remember Mr. Jeffrey Shuttleworth mentioning that there's going to be an industrial wave in Jamaica. Is this one of the other industries? The industry of the NWC, the Water Commission, and the supply of water to all homes in Jamaica. You're telling me that allegedly these people are not getting the proper resources that they need to do their job properly? I don't believe I remember a time back in the past where, maybe, let me take that back. I don't remember in the past where we had questions surrounding the safety of our water to this level. The chart that the man showed is alarming, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm being 100% honest. It really is alarming. This is alarming. This right here, the safety line is 5 and it's over 20. This is alarming. And so I agree with him. The journalists need to do their job. The ones that are getting paid the big bucks in the big companies, for the big the big companies, I don't want to name any names, but they need to do their job. The investigative journalism needs to happen. They should have the resources to do it. You know, drive on, request Water Commission to show them the procedures and then judge for themselves. Right? That way you cannot point the finger on Mr. Jesse James to say that, he is just a PMP, so he's just causing mischief. And none of this information is actual, factual, although he presented it. All the excuses that they make. Let's rubbish those excuses by doing real investigative journalism and finding out and looking for the actual tests that they have done with the water to see if there is actually this high level of coliform found at an instance, right? And then, they can show what do they actually do to fix the system. Because listen, we're not going to be here saying that you don't have situations where water is contaminated. It is how you respond. You understand? It is the procedure. Do you contact the people? Do you send out a SOS on the social media saying, yo, listen, man, we got some problems. We gotta stop this. We're gonna lock off your pipes, and this is why. You understand what I'm saying? Are we seeing that? Is that happening? And if it's not, why isn't it happening? It should be happening. Can we all agree? Whether you are green or orange. Yeah, because this is the time of the year when people get testy. Yes, so this is very alarming, ladies and gentlemen. This is a ball out moment.
Ball out! Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Yeah, man. Reverse the curse and reverse